Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cozy English Podcast. My name is Avery.
And I'm Melody. We're so happy to have you here with us for another episode.
Today, we have a very practical, very useful topic. Imagine this. You go shopping, you find something you love, you buy it, take it home, but then you realize it's not right.
That's the worst feeling. Maybe it's the wrong size, or maybe it's broken. Now you need to take it back to the store. What do you say in English? It can feel a little scary.
Exactly. It can be stressful even for native speakers. Melody, have you ever returned something?
Oh, all the time. Just last week, I bought a pair of headphones online. They looked great in the picture, but when they arrived, they were so uncomfortable.
Oh no. So what did you do?
I had to return them. Thankfully, it was pretty easy. I just filled out a form online and sent them back. But doing it in person at a store can be a different story. How about you, Avery? Any return stories?
I remember buying a shirt once. I didn't try it on in the store, which was my first mistake. I got home and it was way too small. I felt a bit silly going back, but the staff were really helpful.
That's good to hear. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today.
That's right. Today, we're learning the essential English phrases for returning an item to a store. We'll give you the words you need to do it politely and successfully.
So let's get cozy and start learning.
Okay, first things first, let's warm up with some key vocabulary. These are the building blocks for your conversation at the store.
Let's start with the most important phrase. When you get to the counter, you can say, "I'd like to return this."
I'd like to return this. It's simple, polite, and clear. I'd like is a softer, more polite way of saying I want.
Exactly. You can also be more specific. For example, "I'd like to return this sweater," or "I'd like to return these shoes."
Right. Okay, next up. What if you want your money back? The word for that is a refund.
That's a key word. The phrase is, "I'd like a refund." A refund is when the store gives you your money back for the item you returned.
But sometimes you don't want your money back. Maybe you just want the same item but in a different size or color.
In that case, you want to exchange it. The phrase is, "I'd like to exchange it."
To exchange something means to trade it for something else. So you might say, I'd like to exchange this for a larger size.
Great. So we have return, refund, and exchange. Now, why are you returning the item? You need to give a reason. A very common reason for clothes is the size.
Right. A simple way to say this is it doesn't fit. That means it's the wrong size. It could be too big or too small. It doesn't fit covers both.
Or you could say it's the wrong size. Very clear, very easy.
What if the item is broken?
Good question. For that, you can say it's damaged. Damaged means it's broken or has a problem, like a book with a torn page or a cup with a crack in it.
You could also say it's faulty or it doesn't work if it's an electronic item, like your headphones, Melody.
That's a good one. It doesn't work. Simple and direct.
Okay, last one. This is super important. The piece of paper the cashier gives you when you buy something. What is that called?
That is a receipt. Receeipt. The P is silent.
Receipt, right. Most stores will ask if you have it, so you can say, I have the receipt. Having it makes returning things much, much easier.
Definitely. So let's quickly review those key phrases.
I'd like to return this.
I'd like a refund.
I'd like to exchange it.
It doesn't fit.
It's damaged.
And I have the receipt.
Perfect. Now that we have the words, let's see how they work in a real conversation.
Yes, it's time for our first role-play scene. In this scene, I'm going to be the customer, and Avery will be the friendly store staff. I bought a t-shirt yesterday, but it's the wrong size.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's imagine we're in a clothing store. The scene starts now. Hi there. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to return this t-shirt, please.
Of course. Is there a problem with it?
Yes, I'm afraid it's the wrong size. It's a bit too small.
I see. No problem at all. Do you have the receipt?
Yes, I do. Here it is.
Thank you. Okay. Would you like to exchange it for a different size? We have it in a medium and a large.
Oh, great. A medium would be perfect.
All right. Let me just get that for you. Here you go, one medium t-shirt.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
And scene. See? That was pretty simple.
Very smooth. Let's break it down. Melody started perfectly with, I'd like to return this t-shirt, please. The please at the end makes it extra polite.
Right. Then you asked, is there a problem with it? This is a very common question from staff. They want to know the reason for the return.
And your answer was great. I'm afraid it's the wrong size. The phrase, I'm afraid, is another polite way to introduce a small problem. It softens the sentence.
Then I added a little more detail. It's a bit too small. This is really helpful for the staff member.
After that, I asked for the receipt and then offered an exchange. Would you like to exchange it for a different size? We have it in a medium and a large.
Oh, great. A medium would be perfect.
All right, let me just get that for you. Here you go, one medium t-shirt.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
And scene. Great job. The key phrase there was, it's damaged. It's the perfect, simple way to explain that something is broken.
And notice my response as a staff member. I'm so sorry to hear that. A good staff member will often apologize even if it's not their fault. It's just good customer service.
That's a good point. And at the end, you offered a choice. Would you like to exchange it, or would you prefer a refund? This leads us perfectly into our next section.
It does. Let's talk more about the difference between an exchange and a refund. Sometimes you have to make a choice.
All right, role play number 3. This time, the item is an electric kettle that doesn't work. It's faulty. I'm the customer, and I've decided I don't want another kettle from this store. I just want my money back. Okay, so you want a refund. I'll be the store staff again. Let's go. Hi there, how can I help?
Hi, I bought this kettle here a few days ago and it doesn't work. I'd like to return it.
Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. Let's see, did you plug it in correctly and everything?
Yes, I tried everything. It just won't turn on. I think it's faulty.
Okay, I understand. Do you have the receipt?
I do, yes. Here it is.
Thanks. So we can offer you an exchange for a new kettle, or we can give you a full refund. What would you prefer?
I'd like a refund, please.
Not a problem. You paid by card, so I'll process the refund back onto the same card.
Okay, great.
All right, that's all done for you. The money should be back in your account in 3 to 5 business days.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Sorry again for the trouble.
And scene. So the key moment there was when I said, I'd like a refund, please. Clear and polite.
Exactly. And I explained how the refund would work. This is important information. If you pay by credit or debit card, the money usually has to go back on the same card.
Right. And if you paid with cash, they will give you cash back. Also, your explanation, the money should be back in your account in 3 to 5 business days, is very common. The money doesn't appear instantly.
That's right. Now, sometimes a store might offer something called store credit instead of a refund, especially if you don't have a receipt.
What's store credit?
Store credit is like a gift card for that specific store. You don't get your money back, but you get the value of the item to spend on anything else in that store in the future.
Ah, okay. So it's good if you shop there a lot, but a refund is better if you don't.
Precisely. Okay, let's move on to our final role play area, which focuses on clarification. This is all about understanding the questions the staff might ask you.
This is so important, Melody. The 2 most common questions are about the receipt and the date of purchase.
Let's do a mini scene. I'm the staff. You're a customer returning a book. Let's start with the receipt question. Hi, you'd like to return this book? Do you have the receipt?
Oh, I don't have the receipt. I'm sorry, I think I lost it. Is that a problem?
Without a receipt, I can't offer you a cash refund, but I can offer you store credit or an exchange for another book.
Okay, an exchange is fine. Thank you.
So you see, even without a receipt, you might have options, but it's always best to keep it.
Definitely. Another question they might ask is about the timing. Let's do another quick scene. I'm the staff this time. You're returning a pair of jeans. Okay, you'd like to return these jeans. When did you buy them?
I bought them last week, I think on Tuesday.
Okay, perfect. Our return policy is within 30 days, so that's no problem at all.
Great. So, when did you buy it is a really common question. The store needs to know if you are within their return policy period.
The return policy is a store's set of rules for returns. Most stores give you about 14 to 30 days to return an item. It's often written on the receipt.
So, when they ask, you can be specific, like, I bought it on Monday, or more general, like, about 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. Knowing these questions and how to answer them makes the whole process feel much less stressful.
Before we get to our practice section, we want to add a quick section with some tips for being polite. The language is important, but your tone and attitude make a huge difference.
This is such a great point, Melody. Even if you're frustrated with a broken product, being polite to the staff will always get you a better result.
Absolutely. So, tip number 1, start with a smile and a friendly greeting. A simple hello or hi before you state your problem changes the whole mood.
Right. Don't just walk up and say, I want to return this. Start with a friendly, hi, how are you today? It shows respect.
Tip number 2 is to use polite words like please and thank you. We did this in all our role plays. I'd like to return this, please. Thank you for your help.
They are small words, but they are powerful. They show you appreciate the other person's time and effort.
Tip number 3 is to stay calm. Sometimes a store policy might be frustrating, or maybe the item was expensive. It's easy to feel angry.
But remember, the person behind the counter probably didn't make the policy, and they certainly didn't break your item. Getting angry with them won't help.
Exactly. Keep your voice calm and explain the problem clearly. Use phrases like, I understand, even if you disagree. For example, I understand it's store policy, but is there anything you can do to help me?
That's a fantastic phrase. It shows you're working with them, not against them.
And our final tip, number 4, be prepared. Have the item ready, find your receipt before you get to the counter, and think about what you want, a refund or an exchange.
Being organized makes a process faster and easier for everyone. It shows you respect a staff member's time.
So, to recap, smile, use polite words, stay calm, and be prepared. Do these things and your return experience will be much better.
Now it's your turn to speak. This is the practice section where you get to use the phrases we've learned. We'll say a line and then we'll leave a pause for you to say your line.
Don't be shy. Say it out loud. It's the best way to build confidence. Okay, for this practice, imagine you are returning a pair of shoes. They're too big.
I will be the store staff. I will speak first. Listen to my line, then say your response during the pause. Ready? Let's start. Hi there. How can I help you today?
Did you say, hi, I'd like to return these shoes? Great job.
Okay, my next line. Certainly. What's the problem with them?
You could say they don't fit or they're too big. Both are perfect.
All right, next question from me. I see. Do you have your receipt?
Hopefully you said, yes, here it is.
Okay, last question from me. In this situation, you want your money back. Okay, thank you. Would you like to exchange them for a smaller size, or would you prefer a refund?
Your line is, I'd like a refund, please. How did you do?
Excellent work. Practicing like this, even by yourself, makes a huge difference. You can even rewind this part and do it again to feel even more confident.
Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Cozy English podcast.
Time flies when you're learning useful English. Let's do a very quick recap of the most important phrases from today.
The first one you need is, I'd like to return this. This is how you start the conversation.
Then you need to give a simple reason. It doesn't fit for size issues, or it's damaged for broken items.
And finally, know what you want. I'd like to exchange it if you want something different, or I'd like a refund if you want your money back.
Remember those, and you'll be able to handle almost any return situation with confidence.
We'd love to hear from you. Write in the comments section. Have you ever returned something? What was it, and was it an easy or difficult experience?
We really enjoy reading your stories. It helps us and other learners see how English is used in the real world.
And if you found this episode helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the Cozy English podcast. And if you can, share it with a friend who is also learning English.
It helps our podcast grow and reach more people. Thank you all so much for listening.
Until next time, keep practicing and stay cozy. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.